And everyone's like, well, I don't know, I don't know how to tie a tie either. I just, keep it in the knot that I've had it all year since I graduated senior year, this frustrated. And so I was like, Brandon, this isn't right. And so Brandon went, he got a bunch of ties, and I began to teach them how to tie different knots because I'm kind of quirky like that. I'm into ties. And so I began to teach them full Windsors and half Windsors, even like bow tie knots, and it was a lot of fun. So it was a tying party. So by the end of the day, guys and girls were all tying, full Windsor ties. And so I thought that was pretty neat because it was informal, it was spontaneous, and on a Friday night, you have all these residents just in the conference room just tying ties with polka dots and stripes and whatnot. So I thought that was pretty neat. As an RA, I'm placed in the position where I can interact with several different students on multiple platforms.
I would describe the RA experience as priceless. Like you can't put a price on it.
It really allowed me to really capture the Duke essence.
It's sort of something that I live every day. People look at you differently when you say you're an RA.
It shaped my identity, and it's a huge part of my Duke experience.
It's about community, it's about relationships, it's about being a good team member.
It's definitely helped me grow a lot and mature a lot.
You learn a lot about yourself.
I think it's been a blast. Of course, it always has its ups and downs. Downs when you're waking up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. for on call.
It's just wonderful to relate with residents and where we share a common experience.
It goes so far beyond just programming and duty. It's really all about cultivating relationships.
My favorite thing about being an RA is actually the people I meet. It's all the different residents I have. Within each resident, there's a new spirit within them, and they always tell me something new about Duke.
I've gained the ability to connect with all different sorts of people. Being the person to, sort of hold the get-togethers in your room and things like that.
Just learning how to deal with so many different types of people. It challenges you to grow and to really be a connection with other people.
You get to meet all different people. I've met people from Pakistan, from Argentina, from Israel, who I never would have met if I wasn't an RA.
I have been able to meet a group of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. I have a wonderful hall. I have a wonderful relationship with them. And that's my motivation.
The biggest thing I've gained is definitely friendship, community. With being surrounded by so many wonderful people with so many different talents and such diverse, backgrounds, it's just amazing. And I wouldn't trade that for for anything at this point. So.
Meeting people who then you become friends with has been really, really important to me.
You're never really going to get the same feeling of community that you get when you're a freshman. So I thought that maybe I'd be able to not only be a part of a really cool community, but to build one as well.
It's so cool walking down the plaza and, I see maybe 4 different students from different years of me being an RA. I've been an RA for 3 years now. People from different years, know who I am. I get to interact with people I would probably never, ever bump into on campus just because our interests and our academic studies just don't align.
I walk down the quad and, I see 5 people in the span of 2 minutes all from different years. As an RA, I know a lot of people that I wouldn't necessarily know had I not been in the role.
It's an opportunity to lead, but also I feel really it's an opportunity to grow.
It's an adventure. You never know what's going to happen. You have some great times and you have some moments where you're like, I wish I'd handled that better, but you just got to take what you learn and move on.
That it really challenges you to grow and expand your own perspective of things.
I think a lot of the important moments of being an RA come when you have to fight through the difficult times.
Even in the sort of challenges, you can find a way to grow.
There's always something new and different and challenging to work on.
But I also feel like those challenges are what make people stronger. In many ways, you develop a level of confidence that wasn't there maybe when you started the RA role, that you're more sure of yourself, you're more sure of your abilities, and you're more sure of what you can really achieve.
I would say it is probably one of the most worthwhile things I've ever done, and will define and shape me for years to come.
people look at you differently when you say you're an RA. You know, your professors. It's really a statement that you have the responsibility of, you know, being there for a group of your peers, basically.
But when you can be there for them, if they're having a hard time in class or with a boyfriend or a roommate, and they just come to you and they talk to you and they trust you enough to help them with their problems, that's very, very rewarding for me because it affirms my role.
There is nothing better than knowing that you can put what you've learned and the experiences that you had towards helping somebody else have a better experience.
What makes it special is actually zoning in and getting to know people on a one-by-one basis.
I didn't think that I was going to be their friend as well as their RA. Like, I really think that they call on me not just as someone that's older and has a year of experience on them, but also like they really want to know my opinion, just as if you would ask one of your friends what they were thinking.
The RAs make such a valuable difference, whether it be the student who's wondering if Duke was the place where he or she should have gone, or a student who really isn't sure what their major should be, and talking to their RA helps them get a better sense of the direction they want to pursue.
And they had shoved notes and letters under my door telling me that, you know, what a difference I had made in their freshman year and how much they appreciated me.
You just impacting one life at a time. It really helps, you know. You never know what that person's going to end up doing. You never know who they're going to interact with or who they're going to touch.
You have the chance to really make a difference.
I love being able to have a community that I can interact with, a group of people that I can make an impression on and that I can help throughout their college career.
I've really gained a lot. There have been so many experiences, challenging and easy.
For every hour that I've put in as an RA, I get back a millionfold. You be as open as possible and really put yourself out there, because if you invest just a tenth of yourself, you will get back so much more.
It's much as experience for you as experience for your residents. It really gives you tools for real life, for after Duke.
They're a stronger person, a more confident person, and they have a better sense of who they are and what they do well.
Before I became an RA, I kind of had a general idea of who I was and what I believed in and what my values were. But I think that once I became an RA, I was forced to define them so that I can transmit that to my residents.
That sort of defined like what I do on campus and helped me to learn to become sort of one person and like recenter my identity.
As an individual, you grow a lot. I've learned a lot of new things about myself that I didn't really know as a freshman. I've gotten a lot stronger, learned how to handle things a bit better.
It shaped my Duke experience in so many positive ways. I've been able to, like I said, network and really use the RA role to bring about a lot of wonderful things. Expect everything.
And as many plans and expectations as you might have, you're going to meet your floor, and that's going to change completely.
You can have influence on a small kind of level and it'll still have great ripples.
Your residents come and they tell you, oh my gosh, you're the best RA, we love you.
And I just love the people who are my residents.
Have fun, be hyped, be energized.
Be ready to have a lot of fun and to get to know your residents really well.
It's about being there for them from the beginning.
It's rewarding to watch people progress and people grow.
Being a part of them getting to know one another, getting adjusted to college life was really fun.
It's been a wonderful experience.
Sometimes going into my room, looking at the clock and being like, wow, it's 5 in the morning and I've done absolutely nothing constructive.
You're going to have a lot of fun.
You have the chance to really make a difference.
Really making an impact on campus, I think is really inspiring.
You're just impacting one life at a time.
It is probably one of the most worthwhile things I've ever done.
I feel like a broken record right now, but it really is wonderful, and I'll encourage anyone who feels like they would want to take on that responsibility to apply. And I love it. I love it when they come out of our rooms.